Today we find ourselves in Port Aransas, Texas, or if you want to sound more Texan, you just call it Port A, because apparently everything is bigger in Texas except for the use of the names. They just shorten those as little letters. It's hot, it's humid.
It's not hot.
It's humid, which makes it feel hot. It's hotter than it is in Nebraska. We escaped the cold. It's supposed to snow there maybe. 66 here all the time, no matter when you look. But it is very humid right now. There is all of this moisture. But we decided to escape and come down to the retirees, to Rick and Debbie's camper, and spend a little night. We were camped right here in the tent on the Jeep, but we got a little humid last night, so we found a hotel for a reasonable price and decided to do a little air conditioning and showers. So the key to riding on this is it's kind of like fat biking in the winter time. There's like a ribbon of really firm sand that when you ride on that, it's super easy to go. But to either side of it, the sand either gets very wet and you sink in, or the sand gets very dry and fluffy and you sink in. We're gonna ride the beach to Corpus Christi, 17 miles each direction, all on the beach. We are at about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we're just now starting to see our first sun try to pop through. It's been very foggy, which has really upped the humidity too. So it is nice that the sun's coming out, burn off a little bit of this fog, make it so that we don't feel so hot and sticky all the time. Crikey, she's a biggin'!
I think there's one along the interstate.
He's good. Hi, Fido! Oh, watch the water. Had my first little GoPro snafu out here. Even though the battery's at like 80%, it was saying they didn't have a battery. Had to pull it out and reinsert it.
That's what she said.
Not sure it's liking all this humidity out here. I do have the medium mod on it, which isn't waterproof, but it should be water resistant. So I'm not sure why it's having some difficulty. Are they fishing? Oh my gosh. I tell you what, you get off of the tread here and it is like mashed potatoes up there and almost impossible to get your bike through. Jackie makes it look easy though. Kind of reached the end of the beach for a little bit for riding anyways. Got to do a little hike-a-bike, get over this jetty here, and then we can continue on. That sun tried to peek out, but it definitely has gone away again. We are probably darker than we were before. Clouds must be rolling in more than they were before. Not sure we'll see any sun. So every day they take these big machines and they pull the sand from these dunes and they push it back out into the ocean. A lot of times they'll use dump trucks, but this one, that's also how they keep those access points open. Is they just take all that sand that blows into that and they push it right back out here. you tell where the access points are. They push all the sand into the ocean. Just past another car access to the beach, which is why all that sand was pushed way out like that. Transition. This might be our final summer day. There's a heat wave. There's a heat wave rolling in. There's a heat wave, yeah. There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire. There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire. Look at that. Crane on top of the Pelican on the wire. Made it to our halfway point, stopped over there at that convenience store, grabbed a couple sodas and some stuff to snack on. We're about 20 miles in, a little bit farther than I thought, but of course I didn't count the mileage from the hotel to the coffee shop to the campground. But now it's just back the way we came. But once again, up here anyway, the sun is starting to try to peek out. Hopefully it stays out and makes things a little warmer and a little less humid. Here is a very, very tiny sub. I could not imagine being in that thing. Can't fit more than like 2 or 3 people in there. And even then you'd have to be almost laying down except for the person in the tower. Nope, not for me. Put all your stuff away and check out for the day. There's no time to waste when it's 100 degrees. Burns under my feet. Won't you have a drink with me? It's crazy, we were just up in town for that stop and the fog had burned off up there. But you come back down here to the beach and it might be worse than this morning. There's a nice little breeze coming out of the south though, keeping us a little bit cooler than on the way out, so I guess a little give and take for everything. When in Rome, you do as the Romans do. This is actually a Shiner Bock from Shiner, Texas, which is just a piece up the road. Brewed here locally in Texas, and we're gonna enjoy it right here on the beach. There's the ocean to prove it. Guess it's the Gulf. Mexico, America, whatever Gulf you wanna call it, it's right there. I'm gonna go with Mexico. Not sure if Texans like it or not, but I think it's pretty darn tasty. Exactly. A breeze that makes you high. We'll be up till late tonight. Jumped off of the beach. The high tide was coming in, making the beach much, much narrower. There were starting to be more people. It was getting harder to ride around them. And they do have a road section, but it's very sandy and fluffy. So we are gonna take the highway back probably about 5 miles. But we did our first Texas gravel road right back there to get off the beach. And these cute little estates over here. Probably could rent one if you want. I don't know where Look them up. Port Aransas Rentals. Don't know what it's called. I just made that up. Oh, there's a sign up here. Maybe if I'm nice, I'll show you what it is. West Palm Beach Estate. Heck, the highway's maybe not even that far. We just got to get to right there. Then we get off the highway and on to something better in Port Aransas.
Put all your stuff away and check out for the day.
Back in Port Aransas. Only about a quarter mile left. And then this one's in the bag. That sand, made it feel like a lot more than the 38 miles we're gonna end up getting. I don't know about you, but I'm a little tuckered out.
Most of it, I know we will dance and sing. There's a heat wave. There's a heat wave rolling in. There's a heat wave, yeah. There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire.
That one's in the bag, 38 miles, a whopping 75 feet of elevation. That beach was whooping our butts, but now we are done and it's time for cold beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.